Order in 30 seconds so the PBS can get signed on. Okay, let's, I'll call the meeting to order. Let's see who's here. We'll do the flag first. Do you want the flag first? Okay. let's take roll for now, and then we'll get those signed in online, and then we'll do the flag, the pledge. Okay. Go ahead.
Chris?
Here.
Here.
Now I know. James Halsey. Yvette Williams. Jessica Allen.
Here.
And Nakia.
Present.
Thank you.
This is Sally Acord. I'm here. I'm sorry I missed it.
Thank you, Sally. And then we have Eddie.
And Stephen Silvercrest, I didn't hear my name.
Eddie and then Walter Jones.
Eddie Facey, present.
Thank you.
Alfonso Lopez also present. Didn't hear the name called either.
Thanks, Al.
We have a quorum. We will do a pledge of allegiance, and then we'll do public comment, period. Does anybody wish to lead? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. You remembered there's no comma. We will now open up for public comment period. Do we have anybody in the audience? I don't see any. Do we have anybody online? No. Okay, we will close the first public comment period. The next item is the adoption of the agenda. Is there a motion, additions, changes, clarifications that anybody sees?
So moved.
It's been moved by Mr. Flatt to approve the agenda.
A second.
Seconded by Ms. Gamboa Harris. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries. Thank you. All right, approval of the minutes are next. So the minutes are from back in May. As you know, we didn't meet this summer, but that's okay. It lessens the work for staff getting to reopen schools and whatnot. Is there any action or changes or corrections to the minutes? Seeing none, I will take a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Thank you. That was maybe, do you need me to repeat who made the motions, or are you okay? Okay. It was Ms. Nakia Jackson Hale made it, and seconded by Mr. Flatt. Okay. Seeing no further discussion, we will approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
I'm sorry,
Aye.
public comment, please?
Oh, yes.
It's okay.
Is there any public comment period? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Aye.
Okay. The next item is reports by chair and/or liaison representatives. Al Lopez, do you have anything on construction to report?
Al Lopez for the record on construction, nothing to report at this time.
Okay, thank you. David Flatt?
I have nothing for this time.
Okay. David's site selection and finance, just in case you didn't know, and land use. Yvette Williams has community relations, but I don't see her signed on.
No, I'm.
Oh, there,
I'm
you
here.
there? Okay, Yvette, sorry. Did you have anything to report?
No, I don't at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Also, Madam Chair, I'm going to have to leave a little early today, so I have a doctor appointment.
Okay.
So depending on how long the meeting lasts.
Okay, thank you for letting us know. Appreciate it. Next item would be myself. Design, I have not had any meetings with anyone regarding design. I did go back and do some research from when I served in the legislature, and the district is in compliance. The recommendations were to do daylighting as new schools that came in and different things with regarding to how they moved a facility and the kids getting in and out. I think you're still working on design for traffic for parents that want to flip U-turns, but that'll be something that we'll work on down the road, and I'll report back on that. Let's see. Okay, that's it on item 2.2. 2.3, report from the School Board of Trustees Liaison. Is Ms. Stevenson? No, okay. She's not going to be here. Okay, next is election of the Executive Committee. All right, I got this by default. And I'm not squeezing any arms, but if you're okay with me serving, I'm happy to do so. But if somebody else wants it, let me know and put your name out there. I do think in the first vice chair, I would like to ask that Al Lopez be reconsider. I think the union voice needs to be make sure that we have that going forward as far as school construction. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know who's interested in second vice chair, if somebody wants to put their name in.
I have my hand up, Madam Chair.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I have to remember.
I will not have time to serve in any leadership capacity on the committee, but I would like to see some changes for anyone that would like to serve in that role. I think it's important that other people have the opportunity. So I would love for folks to just express, if you're interested or you're not interested, so we can consider some other people or give other people an opportunity to serve in these roles.
Thank you. Does anyone on the dais interested in serving as second vice chair or have the time? Luckily, it's not that much time. Chad, David? David? Okay.
I'd like to see what's required, but I'll consider it.
Okay. Second vice chair, I don't know, we only get together as an executive committee, it's a 3, and we try to plan out the agenda with staff, and then just the regular meeting, so it's not a big time commitment as far as that's concerned. Okay, do you care if Eddie puts his name? Okay, so it looks like we have nominations. Are you okay with me as chair again? Or as chair? Okay. It's Christian Kiliani as chair, Al Lopez as vice chair, and Eddie Facey as second vice chair. Oh, Al, did you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do
Okay,
accept the
all right, thank
nomination. Thank you.
Thanks, Valerie. Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, move approval? All right, I need a motion, I guess.
Public
comment. That's interesting, okay. Public comment period on this because it's an action item is what you're saying. Got it, okay. Anyone online? Okay, so there is none. So does someone want to make a motion and for the nomination of those 3 individuals?
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded by David Flatt. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, welcome aboard, Eddie. Thank you. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, Madam Chair?
Yes,
I'm
Ms.
sorry.
Williams.
I also wanted to let you know that I will not be able to continue as community liaison either.
Oh, okay, so we should probably contact trustee, you were there, that wasn't designated as your appointed person.
No,
You
that
just-
was, you made those the chair made the appointments under the old chair, Ms. Blackman.
Oh, Ms. Blackman, okay.
Yeah, so that's something that you'll need to.
Okay, so we'll put that on an agenda and maybe see who's might be interested in being the community rep on the board, or if there's a shuffling of those other liaison positions, which are, because we still haven't adopted our new bylaws yet, so they're kind of laid out in that part of it. Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Williams, appreciate it. The next, Rodney, I think, is you're up. 2015 Capital Improvement Program, financial status.
Rodney Fouts for the record. Essentially, this charts through May of 2026. We're just finishing our soft close for June, so no updates further than May will be provided. Currently, we have $4.6 billion in bond resources. Just under $4.3 billion has been expensed to date, leaving us with $357 million available to be used on projects. However, we have $280 million encumbered. So you can see 280 out of that 357 will leave you roughly about $77 million that's still available. We are going out to issue new bonds, should close in October if the schedule stays on time. We're asking for another $400 million.
So that brings it total to 600 million between those two pieces then, right? Correct?
And that takes care of this particular chart. If we can go to the next one, it's just primarily, I'll give you a quick update. I'm not trying to spend a lot of time on this. It's essentially to show you what we budgeted for each project. I will touch upon the major items that we added from revision 7 that was approved several months ago. We have a new Northeast area PK through 8 school that's going to cost roughly $161 million. We have a building addition that we're going to do at Southwest CTA for $44 million. We've added Chaparral High School replacement, which is $255 million. We're going to do relocation of Helen Stewart Special School to Bell Elementary School for $14 million. And currently we have 12 to 13 roof projects underway for just under $200 million. Again, those were added in our revision 7. A lot of that has been predicated on our facilities master plan and the work we've done there to help us decide what we were going to do and move forward in this direction.
Rodney, is there a square footage price for pre-K elementary 5, middle school, high school that you all look at when you do your numbers?
We, in the past, we used that quite a bit, but since the numbers have been changing quite frequently, we are basically estimating what we've done on the last, for example, Sam Lunch School. We know what we just spent on that. That'll be for the projection of what we'll base it on further, and then we'll add some kind of inflation rate to that number.
And then do you also compare programming? Because programming may be a little different from one school to the next, which would then drive up costs in different ways or lower them potentially, correct?
And then, yeah, we have discussions. Ken and I sit down. We talk about the budgets that we think we're going to run on these particular schools. Obviously, that takes into account some of those items. If that particular, what's been planned for the school hasn't been decided, but that could obviously have some kind of bearing on it moving forward.
And would, like Helen J. Stewart coming up, their ADA needs are going to be very different than a typical traditional elementary school. So you factor that part in?
Correct.
Correct, okay. So, and that was how much, how many,
We
20?
said $14 million.
14. Is everybody aware of that what they're doing is reshifting? I don't know if they did that in their briefing to you. Those kids will now go, is it over by Wasden?
Well, it's Bill Elementary School is over by Palace Station.
Palace Station, yeah.
The reason that's being done is because the enrollment at Bell Elementary School is not to the expectations for that school was built. So there's the opportunity now to take that building where Helen Stewart currently exists, move the students over there, revamp a portion of that building to house those students so we can provide those services there, and then make some kind of determination what we would do with Helen Stewart.
Okay. Okay, questions from the committee members? Yes, Mr. Flatt.
On the bond that you're going to go out after, is that going to be specified to what we're going to have to use the money for?
We try not to specify specifically to what projects. We obviously, we base it on the projects that we do in our revisions. I don't try and limit the amount of money we're spending on a particular project because we have so many projects going on at once. If we get $400 million, I want that $400 million to go on whether we're doing the design, the construction of the particular projects that we have going on at that time. If we limited that to say, I'm going to spend $50 million on this particular project, it may impact us on another project that we're moving forward on as well. So what we do is primarily look at obviously the cash flow that we have. We base our decisions on if that cash flow looks to be suitable to move forward. If not, then we go out and we issue our second tranche would be issued probably sometime in May timeframe of next year.
So can it be used for air conditioners? I mean, is that something that we can?
We are currently got $198 or $199 million of HVAC and roof projects underway in this current program from revision 7.
And that is under the old bond, or that's in the second bond that you did, the 200?
Well, to me, they're all the same. It's 2015 CIP program.
Okay.
So even though there's two tranches.
But revised
yeah.
component, okay. And so for HVAC, that's also maintenance dollars, but because we're low on maintenance dollars, that's something that may need to be looked at
And
in the future.
We are currently working on several plans, what we're doing as far as maintenance and how we treat those costs moving forward. CFO has been working with Ide Bailey to determine how we account for those moving forward in the future.
Do we ever look, or have we ever looked at putting in splits rather than the huge humongous things? And I don't know, because then that would be each classroom could be individually, or each wing could be individually. I'm just curious on that part of it.
Brandon McGough, for the
Brandon?
record, it merely only then increases the maintenance load on that. So instead of taking care of one piece of equipment,
You're
you're
doing
taking
the
care
whole.
of however many classrooms are, yeah. So
Got
we've
it.
looked at variations of that. We have heat pump units at some of our elementary schools, and the philosophy was one unit, one classroom is only down, but then there's vulnerabilities to that, because
Yeah.
that one piece of equipment causes a flood that then floods the 37 schools or classrooms that you were concerned about, right?
Yeah. Do we consider solar panels on school sites in order to reduce your ongoing dollars that you have to pay in electricity, for example?
Brandon McLaughlin, again, yeah, we've been doing that since 2022 on all school sites.
Since 20
Since 2022.
Okay.
On all new school sites.
So is there plans then for older school sites, which are going to cost you more in the long run? Is that something, because that's, I know you don't have the funding, but that might be, like we talked about strategically for the legislature, some concept there.
Yeah, so while we've been doing it since 2022, there was approximately 30 to 34 schools that previously had it installed as a part of various incentive
Yeah, we had grants
packages.
that came in. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. So further questions along those lines? Ms. Jackson-Hale?
I just have a question. For the two projects that are canceled on here, the other ones specify the reason. Can you just clarify why those two were canceled on here?
Which one are you referring to? There's more than one canceled.
Line 22 canceled, and then 24, 22 and 24. It just says project canceled, but the other ones have an explanation or clarification as to why. Broadbent Boulevard, East Russell, and La Madre in
La Madre.
Lawrence.
Yeah, Broadbent Boulevard, we couldn't secure the land for a potential school that we were going to build there, so that's why that particular project was canceled.
And then the
La
La
Madre
Madre
and
Lawrence, I think was her other question.
Yeah, there was another one that was, I forget the reason why, but decided that we weren't going to move forward with that particular location. So that's why they're canceled.
So it was location-based?
Yes.
And when you do figure that out, if you'd let the board know, how do you then determine what's a CMAR? Who goes to CMAR or not? Is that an internal?
Brandon McLaughlin, yeah, it's internal, it's dependent upon the complexity of the project. So a collaborative approach tends to yield better results. So that's instances where we're replacing on site tend to be CMAR, not always, but more of our modernization approaches tend to be more invasive. And so hard bid is not traditionally better for us in those environments. And so it's really just complexity and how much we are going to displace
When you
students.
get a better savings, or bang for your buck, I think, maybe, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that blanket-wise, because we have given
Right.
presentations where CMAR does cost more, and I believe the value that we receive from it, though, is beneficial to our students and staff, that, like I said, we're taking the precautions and temporary measures necessary to keep students safer than maybe a hard bid environment, but it's project by project.
Okay, thank you. Further questions?
I had a question, Ms. Chair.
Yes, please, go ahead.
For the staff, is there any ongoing HVAC issues with any of the schools? You know, since school just started last week, has everyone got air conditioning somewhat working order at this point?
Is there any HVAC issues going on right now? Is that what your question is?
That's correct, yes.
So Brandon McLaughlin, we operate over 440 sites. There is HVAC issues going on. I will say purview of this committee is not necessarily ongoing operation of the district, though, so let's try to keep it focused on truly capital improvements.
So the answer is probably not, Al. It sounds like, through the balanced governance stuff that the district does, that they don't cross over. But I think we had one board member asked at our meeting in May, are there HVACs down right now that you're having to respond to and then move around on this list?
If I can just
No.
chime in, I think the concern here is just making sure that we're sticking to the agendized item. So the questions aren't necessarily pertaining to the agendized item.
Well, they mentioned HVAC in their report, and I think that that's within Al's ability to question that. What's the status?
Exactly.
Is there a specific project we're asking about?
Al, have you heard anything, or is it just in
No,
general?
just in general, nothing specific. You know, you hear this stuff on social media or elsewhere, but I just wanted to just, if the staff could just, nobody in particular, just in general. If everybody's got some sort of air conditioning, then that's fine, so.
So with the
That's all I
money
wanted.
bonded for HVAC systems, is that still leaving those out there that may not be covered? For rehab or replacement or?
I mean, in general, we have 1 in 5 of the capital improvement dollars necessary to meet the needs across the district. So yes, there's unmet need for HVAC across the
Okay.
district.
Al, does that help?
It does. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Question pursuant to that, is there a pipeline as far as, things that need to be repaired? Because obviously you need to make a repair or replace decision sometimes when stuff isn't working and, people are looking at, air conditioners that, you can say, well, we can try to Band-Aid this where maybe we really do need a new one here or whatever, whether it's, on a schedule or not. But is there something that kind of can give an advance notice if there are, additions to this 200 million or 199 million that was alluded to earlier, what that might be?
Again, trying to stick to the agenda as Adam, because I don't want to get us in an open meeting violation. What I hear is a recommendation of that, to say, if there's unmet need, I'm happy to take a recommendation to say, is there a school that should be on this list? But right now, we're just merely providing, these are the projects currently encumbered in our financial summary. I'm not trying to avoid the questions, just to be clear. I'm just trying to keep us focused because we lead the 5th largest district in the country. There's, like I said, 440 sites. All these are valid questions, but outside of the scope of this committee, I believe, and our purview of this item in particular. So it's not that we don't want to answer the questions, I'm trying to keep us focused.
On the 2015 capital improvement is fair game for this board to be able to ask questions about. We're not trying to make any changes or tell the trustees what they have to do because we're not at a recommendation stage or anything like that. But sometimes, especially with newer members, to see what the processing is and how things flow, it helps. So thank you. Next item then is 2.06, capital improvement program summary status, or did you already combine that together? You have your own PowerPoint. Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, almost. Ken Ballard for the record. All right. 2015 Capital Improvement Program Summary Status. We'll go through a series of about 30 slides. First one is going to be Cashman Middle School. This one's up front because, hey, this is our first intentional pre-K middle school program project. You can see it. We're going to service once it's built nearly 1,400 students. We have just recently getting ready to go under contract on that. We plan on breaking ground on the 26th of August and substantial completion for June of 28. All right, so the rest of the schools, replacement programs, projects in design, and then major comprehensive projects that we've completed. New schools and replacements. We got Von Tobel, trying to work 2 slides here. So Von Tobel opened this year for students. We're receiving students. We even welcomed students for a summer school session this year. We had a ribbon cutting event coming up on September 22nd. Next one here is Helen Smith Elementary School. Again, opened this year for students. We had a ribbon cutting event on August 14th. The next school is going to be Wingert Elementary School, open for students again this year. We had a ribbon cutting event on August 13th, very successful event there. Las Vegas Academy of the Arts, Phase 2A. This is an ongoing project. We are expecting substantial completion in the winter of 26. So just right around the corner, we'll have the student union complete. Next one up is the new school over at Sky Canyon Park in Shumder. We have a groundbreaking event on the 22nd of June. Construction started in June 24th. Expected substantial completion is going to be May of 2027. You can see active, very active construction site with our footings and undergrounds being cut in. A lot of dirt to be moved on that site. They're making great progress. Next school is Indian Springs. We just recently had a groundbreaking event there on August 12th, well attended by the community and community partners, including Creech Air Force Base. We are anticipating substantial completion on this next June, so June of 2027, welcoming new students there at the new facility. Matt Kelly Elementary is the next school up that is in construction. The notice to proceed was beginning of June of this year. We had a groundbreaking event middle of July. It was July 13th, I believe. And our anticipated substantial completion on this for students ready will be June of 27, so ready for the 27-28 school year. All right, projects that are in design. We have Gibson Elementary. However, this is actually getting ready to go into construction, so it goes to the board the end of this month. And our, trying again, two different tabs, thank you. All right, Gibson Elementary, we have groundbreaking just this last week. Again, substantial completion will be for 28. The pre-K at Jim Bridger, this is still in design. We don't have, we have our architect and we have core, but we are looking at still getting through design on this project.
Will the pool be maintained, or are they going to get rid of the swimming pool?
Brandon McLaughlin, for the record, the city of North Las Vegas owns the pool, so this pool will stay.
Okay.
All right. Again, Ken Ballard for the record. Helen J. Stewart, so this is the one we talked about earlier with Rodney about Helen J. moving over to Rex Bell. We are currently in design, getting ready to go into contract. We're doing pre-design work, and this will be ready in a couple years as well. Southwest Career Tech, we are adding a 440-seat addition to this facility. That will now get us up to about 1,800 student count. We are in pre-design, getting ready to go through design contract and start our design efforts on this one as well. Chaparral High School is in the same status. This will be designed in such a way that the existing school site will stay in use while we utilize the parking lot to the north. And again, it'll be an 1,800 student facility. This will be ready in the 29 calendar year, I believe. Emergency contracts that we talked about, where a lot of that $199 million budget is being spent. We have 3 different ways of attacking those 13 projects. The first one is through emergency contract, in which all the elementary schools are currently under construction right now, to be expected to be complete by the end of this school year, going into maybe the beginning of the summer. The deviant from that is Mojave High School. That one will be a little bit longer in construction. They plan to start moving work there in the next few months. We're still working through that design through this contract. The next series are our design build, a fairly new delivery method for the district, but we have chosen these 3 or 4 middle schools as they are roughly all the same type of scope. These are in design build. We anticipate on having our design build partner selected this fall going into the winter. And then finally, design bid build, our traditional delivery method. The 2 remaining high schools, we anticipate to be putting those out to bid late fall. So by the beginning of the year, we'll be able to start construction. All right, modern conversations projects recently completed with Basic High School. That is fully operational now, and we have taken ownership of the entire project. Same thing with Silvestri. This one is a comp mod that's been on for several years. We have just completed that. West Prep is another project recently completed. Again, our normal comprehensive project where we're doing tons of modernizations. This has been successfully completed as well. Thurman White was recently completed here in July. This, similar to the other comp mods, it is also complete. Same with Swinston, recently completed in July as well. Scion High School wrapped up with their substantial completion in early August, so we are complete with this one as well. And that's what we have been up to and what we will be up to over the next several years.
Thank you. Questions? Mr. Levitt.
I'm still learning the role here, but just curiosity, is this something that we are like the chaparral budget is extremely high. What's happening there that's causing such an incredible dollar amount?
Sure, Ken Ballard. We have not done a major renovation like this or built a new high school in many years. These are prices that we're seeing what the industry is producing. It's 165,000 square feet total type of high school, with a cost per square foot being a 2 to 3 story facility on a postage stamp of a site, bringing in new utilities for the new school, as well as rerouting existing utilities to keep the existing facility operating. So all that goes into considering cost.
Are they redoing like the fields as well, or just the vertical construction of the projects?
Sure, good question, Ken Ballard for the record. We are not touching any of the other facilities, so all the sports amenities that are going to remain existing. In fact, currently, the softball and baseball fields are currently being worked on right now. It's not part of the project, so we're not going to get into those.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. I went to the parental listening session on I've been in the district for 45 years, so it needed to be, just about everything needed to be redone, so that drives up your cost in the long run. Further questions from the board members? David?
You said comps, and you're going to do comps on all of them. What does that mean? New carpet? Help me with that, please.
Sure, thank you, Ken Ballard for the record. Comprehensive remods, we're going in and, yes, replacing flooring, but there's lighting, there's sewage, there's networking, so telecom, all the network infrastructure goes back in as backbone, mechanical work, central plant is all part of the project.
Security?
And security, yes.
Thank you. So along those lines, if they're an older school that they're on this list and you're doing an HVAC, do you then go ahead and do the solar at that time, even though it's not a new school, or is that contemplated?
So, sorry, Ken Ballard again for the record.
You don't have to keep doing that, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. For these comprehensive mods, I've not seen any of the solar being added back in. To add it back onto the roof, typically it's going to require some structural investigation, and that wasn't designed for it. That's not something we can accommodate.
Oh, that's interesting. So we go along with something antiquated rather than putting in something new that will save money down the road. In a way, in a nutshell, kind of. Okay, that's something policy-wise maybe we should file in the back of our minds and think about. Can I just double check on Indian Springs? I know that Trustee Dominguez and I had been reached out to by some of the parents last year, maybe, about what was going where and the theater and some other things. Has that been worked out, Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon McLaughlin. I've worked closely with Trustee Dominguez and the principal out there, and we have resolved many of the parent complaints out there. I shouldn't say complaints, issues of the design that have been resolved. There is a need for duplicate spaces out there, and so we were able to find some good positive design solutions that made some spaces more multifunctional than what they currently have. But yeah, there was definitely some issues we had to work through.
Okay, is Mr. Welch still the principal there?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
I just have a
Gamboa
comment.
Harris has a question.
I have a comment. So Margarita Gamboa Harris, for the record, just wanted to say thank you for putting Chaparral High School on the list. Wish it was done sooner, to be honest with you, but I remember being at Harris and housing some of the students, or having them report there because of sewer backup and no water. And it was just tragic. And so I'm glad that a whole new school and pipes and everything. Unfortunately, we don't have a vocal community there. And so we do have to be the voice for some of our families in these communities. So again, just for the record, thank you.
As it relates to the facility master plan, you guys have seen the whole presentation of over 100-something options. I don't think there was any opposition to Chaparral High School being replaced. I don't think we've touched any part of this valley that hasn't heard Chaparral replacement and said, "Oh, about dang time."
So true. I still remember, don't even want to go there. Okay, thank you very much. Further questions on the report? Okay, seeing
I have
none.
my hand up, Madam
Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to look up there. Sorry. Ms. Williams?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In regards to Cheyenne, you said that the, all of the renovations are done at Cheyenne. Is that what I heard?
Correct. We're still working through punch list items, which is normal course of business, but it is ready for use and is being used.
On the punch list, I don't want to get it all down into the weeds, but I'm particularly concerned about was again like at Chaparral with the sewage, the plumbing, and access to water. Has that all been resolved 100%, or are we still working on that? Is that part of your punch list?
So this is not in relation to the comprehensive modernization. There was a sewer backup in relation to our pre-K addition work, which is not, was not part of the comprehensive, but a separate project. So, but yes, it has been resolved.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sewer lines everywhere is a issue, septic issue, and no, not septic, you can't have that anymore. You have to hook up now, but, okay. Seeing no further comments from the board, we'll go on to, let me put my eyeballs on. Public comment period, not listed on items that were not listed as action. Is there anyone from the public? Seeing none in the audience, is there anybody online, Valerie? I have one point, Brandon. We were to get a report on the schools, list of the schools 40 years and older for this meeting. It would have been requested before in May. So is that being produced at some point?
We can talk about that offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's vote. And then Regulation 7112, we were supposed to look at again to update? Final draft? That one already went through, though, didn't it,
That
to
already
the
went
trustees?
Yeah, that already went to the board.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just talk about the 40 years old. All right, seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.
You need a motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry, I need a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn? Anybody want to go home? Ms. Jackson Hale says yes.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And I think I saw Ms. Accord seconded it, so we are,
I'm sorry, in procedural, you do have to ask for public comment because it is for possible action.
for the adjournment?
Yes.
When did they make those changes legislatively? I'm going to have to look back at that. Anyways, so we have a motion. Is there anyone in the public that rejects our ability to be able to adjourn? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.